Hey, what's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and we are going through a very profitable promotion on FanDuel. It is an MLB Parlay bet and get. So the way it works is you place a 4-leg parlay of $20. FanDuel is going to give you $20 for free. So just for placing your 4-leg parlay, FanDuel is going to give you a $20 bonus in free bets. So we got to find a really good MLB parlay for today. But again, essentially, this promo is giving you like $16 for free just to place a 4-leg parlay of $20, right? A $20 free bet is essentially worth $16, $15 in cash. So we've said this before, but a free bet is slightly worse than cash because you're not going to be getting back your stake if you win. So in other words, if we had a $10 free bet and we placed it on Joe Smith Jr. to win in boxing and he wins, with a $10 free bet, we'd only be getting back $60, right? You're only getting back the profit. Whereas if you place a $10 bet with cash on Joe Smith Jr. and he wins, you get back $70 total. You get back your $10 stake plus $60 in profit. So essentially what this betting tool on OddsJam will do, this free bet converter tool, is it's constantly scanning all of these sports books, all of these markets, right, to find you the highest possible free bet conversion rates, which shows you, how you can turn your free bet into cash risk-free if you would like to. So for example, we can right now see on FanDuel, you can enter the sportsbook where you have your free bet right here. So on FanDuel, the highest free bet conversion rate is 80%, right? So if we had a $10 free bet, what this calculator will tell us is, hey, put your $10 free bet always on the underdog, so on Joe Smith Jr., and then go hedge on his opponent $52. It tells you your hedge bet. Go hedge $52, and you will convert your free bet of $10 into $8 in risk-free profit. So risk-free profit, you're converting your free bet into risk-free profit, which is an 80% conversion rate, right? Which you can see exactly right here. Right? So you of course want to go with free bet conversion rates that are higher. So the top one will be the best free betting opportunity currently on FanDuel. And again, if our free bet's on DraftKings, you can type in DraftKings and let the tool load, and it will show you the best free bets on DraftKings. So if we go back here, we can see, the best conversion rate on DraftKings is slightly lower at 77.84%. So we'll go back to FanDuel. But anyways, let's find our 4 MLB bets for today. We need 4 sharp, mathematically profitable MLB bets, right, to maximize the value of this promotion. So if we go down, we can see the first game I was actually looking at was Nationals Phillies yes run first inning. So there's some pretty good line discrepancies and value bets, positive expected value, mathematically profitable, positive EV bets, oftentimes in first inning total runs. So you can see right here, if we just open up the odds, for this game in the first inning total runs, over half of a total run just means there will be a run in the first inning. This is often called yes run first inning. And then under half of a total run is the same as NRFI, no runs first inning. So if we look at the over, half of a total run in the first inning, which OddsJam identified for us, we can really see that, hey, there's pretty good value in this plus 100 on FanDuel. Right? Every other sportsbook is either pricing this as an exact, flip, as in DraftKings, they're giving you equal odds on both the over and the under, or the sportsbooks have it favored, right? So if a bet is favored on basically every sportsbook and we're able to get it plus money on FanDuel, we can see Pinnacle right here, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, they're pricing this all the way at minus 114. Right? The sharpest, most efficient betting market has the over juiced all the way to minus 114 and the under at minus 102. So this is an indication that, yeah, this is a bet we want to place. This is a great bet that we want to be on. So first inning total runs, Nationals Phillies will be the first bet I go with. So you navigate over to innings and then you go to first inning over, right? Plus 100, exactly as we see on OddsJam, which again is just really constantly scanning these markets for us as a sports bettor to show us where the value is. So the next pick, Padres minus half of a run on the run line, plus 106 on FanDuel, right? Most other sports books, they're pricing this as 50-50, right? Minus 110 on DraftKings, minus 107 on Pinnacle. So we're getting really good value on FanDuel in the Padres first half run line. So we'll go here, and then this is our second pick, right? There's no handicapping, there's no BS. Everything, is already incorporated into sportsbook odds, right? Everything is already incorporated into sportsbook odds. The value of your bet, really everything like that. So you just need to be looking for value and great prices as a sports bettor in comparing the lines you're getting to the lines on the sharpest bookmaker out there, right? Pinnacle. That's how you find value as a sports bettor. So that's the second pick we're going with. Again, lots of great value on that play. So now we have 2 picks. We need 2 more. This needs to be a 4-leg parlay for us to get the 20 free bucks on FanDuel. And you can see some other plays. These plays kind of pop up. They go away. The sports betting market is dynamic. The more you're on OddsJam, the more good bets you'll see. So here's another bet. Absolutely ridiculous. Astros, White Sox. Yes run first inning. Plus 112 here on FanDuel. Pinnacle is pricing this at minus 112. Right? We're getting 24 cents of improvement from the sharpest sports book. This is data-driven sports betting, right? And this bet has a profit margin of 7.64%. Insanely high profit margin. We're almost getting the return of the stock market in one bet. So a 7.64% EV bet, profit margin bet, essentially means you bet $100, you have $7.64 in profit margin in edge in your bet. So that's going to be the third pick we go with. So this pick's really good, and I'll try to move quickly so none of these odds move, right? Great bets don't last forever. You got to move real quick as a sports bettor. And then the final pick, first half total runs, under 3.5, plus 138 in Orioles Rays. So let's go here quickly, and we'll navigate, and then we'll go to first half, and then you want to go to alternate total runs. So FanDuel has this total runs column right here with 4.5, but then you got to go down to alternate, which will have kind of the rest of the distribution. So our parlay comes out to plus 1978 odds. So every leg is profitable. So I'm actually going to bet more than the $20, and I'll still get the $20, bonus on FanDuel. So I'll bet 130 bucks and 50 cents. Boom. So we can see my 4-leg parlay is locked in. So we can go over to my bets and we can take a look at it. Okay. So we have under 3.5, first half total runs, Rays, Orioles. Yes run first inning in White Sox, Astros. Yes run first inning in Phillies, Nationals. And then Padres minus half of a run on the first half run line. So let's go through the math. So we have Padres minus half of a run on the first half run line. And then if we go back here, and then we're going to be getting, a $20 free bet. So a $20 free bet at an 80% conversion rate means we're going to get $16 in risk-free profit from this promotion. Right? Just as an added benefit. Our parlay is already profitable. And now we are going to be getting this added bonus, right, of $16 in value thanks to FanDuel. And again, on OddsJam, when you're looking for these positive EV bets, for good bets to include in your promos, right? The profitable bet, the bet with the profit margin, the bet with the EV percentage, like we can see right here in Astros White Sox, it's 7.64% profit margin. You just look for the bet, in bold. There's also a little circle around it. So if I zoom in a bit, we can see for this Astros White Sox game, it's first inning total runs, and then just look for the bet kind of circled. Yes run first inning or over half of a total run, plus 112 on FanDuel. And then this is what the sharpest sportsbook in the world is pricing it at, minus 112. And then this is the true odds, minus 103. So anyways, now we have our 4 picks. So now we just got to go through the math real briefly. So what we can do is we can go to this positive EV page and we can take the market, right, from Pinnacle, and we can put that for each bet into a zero vig odds calculator. So this calculator is incredibly valuable. It's the most important calculator for sports bettors. What it will do is take a market, right? It will take a sportsbook's betting market and remove the juice or remove the vig to tell you what the sportsbook's model is implying the win rate is for a bet. So for example, we have Astros, White Sox, yes run first inning, right? That's the pick we're looking at here. Astros, White Sox, yes run first inning. We're getting plus 112 on FanDuel, right? Pinnacle is pricing this minus 112, minus 105. So the sharpest bookmaker, once you remove the juice, remove the vig from their market, is implying that this bet has a true price, true odds of minus 103, right? Right here, minus 103. And we're getting plus 112, right, in our FanDuel parlay. So that's why this is a great bet, right? An absolutely great bet. So we're staking 130.50 at plus 1978 odds. So we're staking 130.50 at plus 1978 odds. And then we have the Astros White Sox yes run first inning. So this bet has a win probability of 0.5077. So this bet's hitting 50.77% of the time, right? This was the highest profit margin positive EV bet on OddsJam, 7.64% profit margin, getting the return of the stock market in one bet. So a lot of value in that play. And then you can kind of do this for any sports book, right? We can see that Pinnacle is pricing this bet at a win rate of 50.77%, and the true odds, according to their model, is minus 103. So essentially, after they're taking all this action in the market, betting on the overs, betting on the unders, their model is taking that all that into account as they get millions of dollars in wagers on MLB games and pricing things accordingly, according to where all the action is coming in, right? It's a fair betting market. It's a very active betting market. So they're taking all that information and, their model is spitting out, hey, yes run first inning in Astros White Sox is 50.77% to hit, right? So that implies a fair line of minus 103. So, but we're getting plus 112 on FanDuel, right? So we're getting better odds than the true odds, which you can see on OddsJam. Right? Any positive EV bet, any bet with the circle around it, you'll see you will be getting better odds, right, than the fair odds from Pinnacle. So, for this Padres bet, the fair line is plus 100, right? We're getting plus 106. We're getting plus 106. So for Rockies Padres, Pinnacle had it minus 107 on both sides. So that essentially means, that each bet has an equal win rate. Rockies plus half of a run, and Padres minus half, right, should both be priced equally at plus 100. That's the fair line, the true odds once you remove the juice. So 50%. So our second pick is 50% to hit, and then we have two more. So we have Orioles Rays plus 119 minus 137. So this is our biggest long shot in the parlay, plus 119, minus 137. So this bet has a 44.13% win rate. And then this is Orioles Rays under 3.5 first half. And then finally, we have another, prop bet, which was Nationals Phillies over half of a run, minus 114, minus 102. And we got that, plus 100 when the true odds are minus 105.5 and the sharpest bookmaker is pricing the over. It's juiced towards the over, right? So the win probability should be above 50%. So for Nationals Phillies, we have 51.34%. Boom. So really cool. Now we have all of the numbers we need to back out the edge on our parlay, right? So we're placing 130.50 at plus 1978 odds. So 130.50 at plus 1978 odds. So we're staking 130.50 to win $2,581 in profit, right? Which is just 19.78 times your stake. Then we have the win probability for each of our bets here. You just take all these numbers, they're all uncorrelated bets, you multiply them all together. Padres minus half, right? You just multiply all these numbers together. They're all uncorrelated. We know the fair win probability from the sharpest sports book. We know the fair win probability. So to get our estimate of the fair win probability, the implied win probability for our parlay, we just multiply all these numbers together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Multiply them all. So we can see our parlay, according to Penn, the sharpest bookmaker, is hitting roughly, not often, but 5.75% of the time. So now we have all the numbers we need to figure out, the profit margin of our parlay. So, 5.75% of the time, we're going to be winning $2,581 in profit. So you take your win probability, you multiply it by your profit if you win, and then you subtract your loss probability, which is 1 minus your win probability, times your stake. So that shows you the profit margin of your bet, which is $25 on a 130.50 stake. So 19.5% edge, 19.5% EV. So very profitable parlay, but then we're forgetting something, right? We're actually forgetting that on top of that, we're getting, a $20 free bet from FanDuel, which at an 80% conversion rate is $16 in free money. So we're getting actually $16 plus this amount is our EV. So bonus amount, we can just do that here. So we have bonus amount is going to be $16. I cut out there for a sec, but anyways, let's get back to it. So essentially, on top of, you know, the current profit margin of our parlay from all of our bets just, you know, being really good, being profitable, like the 7.64%, you know, first inning total runs, Astros White Sox bet, we're actually getting additional value, right? Because we're getting a $20 free bet from FanDuel. So we're getting a $20 free bet. And then we saw earlier there was a free bet conversion percentage of 80%, and now actually there's 91.25%, right? Which essentially means you can convert a $10 free bet or a $100 free bet into $91.25. So this is extremely high, and that's really the power of OddsJam, right? Constantly scanning all of these markets for you as a sports bettor to find you, you know, where the best free betting opportunities are. So, you know, depending on what this conversion percent number you get is, so imagine we use the 91.25%, you know, we're getting essentially $18 of value from a $20 free bet. Plus, we have $25 in profit margin already on our 4-leg parlay from all bets being positive EV. So then you can find the total EV for this promo, right? You add the value from the bonus, this number, and then you add the value, you know, just from your parlay being profitable. So our simple 130.50 bet has $44 of profit margin once you include the value of the free bet, which means the edge, so you just take, you know, the value of your bet, including the promo, you know, is going to be 33.5%, right? We're getting a $44 profit margin. $18 of that is from bonus, from the value of the free bet on FanDuel, right? So again, using sportsbook bonuses, sportsbook promos to really, you know, try to find value as a sports bettor, super helpful, and also a great way to start building your bankroll as a sports bettor. And OddsJam has tons of tools, you know, arbitrage, free bet converter, middle bets, positive EV bets are kind of, you know, obviously the most popular tool is positive EV, which will show you bets with a positive profit margin, bets with an edge, just kind of highlighted right here. But anyways, hopefully you found this video helpful. Let me know if you like my parlay. Let's cash it, hopefully, and let's make some money.